Earlier scientific research had adopted the idea that the intestines are a second brain, and this phrase began to appear frequently. According to a University of California, Los Angeles health study, there is a bidirectional relationship between the gut and the brain. This relationship can be neural, hormonal, immune, cellular. The health of the gut directly affects the health of the body as a whole and the brain as a whole. Conversely, brain health affects gut health in a very serious way. There is neural activity in the gut, and research has shown that substances produced in the brain are also produced in the gut. New research has revealed key characteristics of resilient individuals. This study by UCLA Health examined the characteristics of resilient individuals and discovered important neural activity in brain regions for cognition and emotional regulation, as well as healthy gut microbiome activity. This finding could open potential avenues for stress reduction interventions and prevention of serious health conditions. The intestines harbor a huge amount of microbes and bacteria. The so-called microbiome refers to the millions of species of microbes and bacteria found in the gut. This is also called the gut flora. The study found that resilient individuals showed lower inflammation and better gut health in terms of microbiome metabolites and gene activity. Instead of examining microbiome activities linked to disease states, the study examined the gut microbiome and brain of healthy, resilient individuals who effectively cope with different types of stress. The research results could be promising for interventions to improve stress coping, Dr. Arpana Gupta said, noting that they believe this is the first study to explore the intersection of resilience, the brain, and the gut microbiome. If we can define what a healthy and resilient brain and microbiome look like, we can develop targeted interventions for these areas, she said. In the brains of resilient individuals, activity was observed in regions associated with cognition and emotional regulation, while the same group exhibited activity of a healthy gut microbiome. In the study, participants were divided into two groups based on their resilience and MRI imaging, and stool samples were examined. The results showed that people in the high resilience group were less anxious and depressed, better regulated their emotions, and had better cognitive abilities. The same group exhibited microbiome activity associated with low inflammation and a strong gut barrier. The researchers think these findings could lead to future interventions that could alter brain and gut microbiome activities. One day, we may be able to prevent disease with therapies that target both the brain and the gut, Dr. Gupta said. This research reveals how all parts of our body influence resilience and the potential health benefits of learning more about these areas. Human health is generally associated with the health of gut bacteria. Microbiome health is based on the balance of harmful and probiotic bacteria. The most important factor determining the balance is a regular lifestyle and diet. There are 3 types of intestinal bacteria, but probiotic bacteria are the most important type of bacteria for human health. It means life-giving or life-supporting, which comes to our language from Greek. The effects of probiotic bacteria on metabolism and health are astonishing. Probiotic bacteria protect the intestinal walls against disease-causing bacteria, forms butyric acid from fibrous foods. They nourish the intestinal wall with the help of short-chain fatty acids. They protect the intestines against diseases. Strengthen the body's immune system. It is especially effective on T cells. Control cholesterol and sugar levels. Suppress hunger and cravings. Reduce inflammation. Synthesize various vitamins in the intestines. They are involved in the synthesis of hormones that have an effect on the brain. In this way, probiotic bacteria have important effects on inflammation, obesity, insulin resistance, diabetes, cholesterol metabolism, hypertension, cardiovascular diseases, and cancers. The gut-brain pathway is the general name given to the relationship between the gut and the brain. The gut and brain are in a constant relationship through neural, biochemical, and hormonal mechanisms. Research shows that there is a very close relationship between probiotic bacteria and gut health and mental functioning. Disorders in the microbiome cause significant changes in mental and cerebral functions and mood. Serotonin, known as the happiness hormone that is effective in determining mood, is largely produced in the intestines. This hormone is a very important hormone that controls happiness, mood, social relations, and sexual impulses. And the source of this is the intestines. This is why the structure called microbiome is also called the second brain. Probiotics, foods with indigestible fiber, are the main food of probiotic bacteria. These bacteria use the fibers as food, and in return, they give extremely beneficial fatty acids, called chain fatty acids. Therefore, the most important element of intestinal health is the fiber foods consumed. Some factors harmful to the bacteria in the intestines are antibiotics, artificial sweeteners, alcohol, stress, smoking, insomnia. We know that the gut and the brain are constantly interacting. This is also the source of nausea and intestinal pain during stressful times. Psychosocial factors immediately reveal the normal physiological state and symptoms in the intestines. Another important system is the relationship between the nervous and vagus system. The vagus nerve is the main system that sends messages from the brain to the intestines. When the vagus nerve is inhibited in situations such as stress, it can indicate various intestinal problems. The gut has an important role in the immune system. The microbes and bacteria in the intestines have a structure that controls what enters the body and controls the immune system. If the immune system does not get enough power, it can prepare the ground for various neurological diseases. The health of neurons, the provider of the nervous system, is also important for the intestines. The quality of the chemicals secreted also gives the necessary signs about intestinal and brain health. Therefore, by changing the bacterial environment in the intestines, we can keep the brain health in a good and healthy way. We will continue to follow developments in this field to learn about the broad effects of resilience on our health.